Hello? Okay, there we go. That was weird. Going to, Good morning, fish. For a treat. Thank you for the gift of membership. Oh. 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 Hi, fish. Guerilla. I don't think this technically counts as a gorilla because I was gonna. This was supposed to be a scheduled stream, and then we don't have grounded perms right now. I just forgot to set up the waiting room. No perms, no. It takes a little while for us to get perms. Apes strong together. Where did the apes come from? Matthew, thank you for the super. Thank you. Oh man. Ooh. Ooh. I think for Grounded 2, the best approach would be just to set a whole week and then get perms the whole week and then just go the same way we did with Subnautica, just kind of churn it out in the entire week, as opposed to getting a specific day, because I think at this point, that stuff changes around. It might be pretty hard to get all that stuff going on in just a single day. Big Guerilla. Besides being tired, how are you? I'm fine, I guess. I think for the most part, I'm fine. I've been on medication for a couple of days now. They got me on something new, and it's making me sleep a lot longer, and I don't know about the quality of sleep. I don't know about the quality of sleep, but when it comes to the amount of time I sleep, it's been getting rough. So I'm trying to adjust to it. But yeah. Oh, the auto translate's on again. I just see noise. Had a bad day today. A storm came through. Giant tree limb landed on my house and car. I have a hole in my garage roof and the hood of my car smashed. Oh no! Oh my god. I hope you're able to mitigate the damage. Hopefully the storm goes through quickly so that you can fix it. Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm hoping you're safe though, that you and your family and your friends are at least safe. No one's physically hurt. Ugh, that is rough. Noise was in English though. I think it's because they're using whatever algorithm for the AI translations now. Is there a way to turn that off? I remember that there was a setting. If you guys haven't seen yet, YouTube introduced this for videos, but now they're also introducing it for VODs of live streams. There's an AI dubbing, an auto dubbing feature that's been turned on. I think like Fuma Senpai also saw it a couple of times. Some of the senpais I know commented about it, how they have an auto dubbing feature. So when they like, their Japanese is auto translated to English, and it auto translates in a weird way because it doesn't quite catch everything. Yeah, it's unturn-offable. No, there's a way to turn it off. It's just buried. The little toggle that you have to flip is buried way inside your YouTube Studio channel settings. Your voice in French sounds hilarious. Larry Dots, thank you for the 13 months. Hope you find the perfect sleep schedule. I quit an abusive job and I'm free. Media tacos for everyone. Let's go. Enjoy that freedom. Oh my goodness. Will not be oppressed by that abusive job anymore. Let's go. Also, Grady, thank you for re-upping the membership. Thank you. Can't watch shorts sometimes because it automatically auto dubs. I usually don't. I thought I wouldn't notice, but there is like this weird cadence that auto dub speaks in, and it's really odd. Also, can I vent a little bit? My rice cooker was having some issues, and I looked up guides on how to fix the issue because one of the timer thing doesn't work, and it's always super loud, and I couldn't figure out a way to like reduce the sound volume. And I searched for it, and the very first result that popped up was a video about this person like walking you through the steps on how to troubleshoot your rice cooker. So I was like, oh cool, this is exactly what I wanted. Let me just skip to the timestamp on the exact issue, right? And then I realized the background was just nothing but stock images. And I was like, wait, this seems suspicious, right? The person was like they look like on first glance, they look like a human, right? It turns out it's just an AI generated woman just in the corner talking, and the voice doesn't sync up with the mouth shapes that she's making. And what they ended up doing is they just took the text of the instruction manual and then they churned it through. So it's just this text-to-speech AI person talking with stock photo footage in the background about here's how to fix your rice cooker. And it was weird. Those are old. No, this one was made a month ago. This these are like really recent. So like there is someone out there going around finding all these product like instruction manuals, churning them through AI, and then having an AI character speak in front of a green screen with just like random stock photo footage videos in the background. And I think that because I checked the channel and there were like hundreds of products, and they were all very specific. Like here's how to deal with troubleshoot your rice cooker, like KL24P and whatever, right? So I really think they're just taking all the instruction manuals and then just shoving it through an algorithm to churn out these videos by the millions. And it's just, oh man, dystopian as hell. The thing is, it doesn't even help because the AI gets things wrong. Like, I noticed it was weird because the button that it told me to push was wrong. So I paid attention to the video. It's like, maybe I missed something, right? And then that's when I noticed the mouth and the voice was like not quite syncing up. And I'm like, oh wait, this is AI. Oh man. Guess audiobooks will work for grandpa, but let me just read the manual. Yeah. I've been, I fixed it by like just taking Google Lens and auto-translating every single page through the instruction booklet, going one page at a time, trying to figure out exactly what's wrong with it. But it's still loud. I don't think there's a volume option that I can tweak, sadly. But alas. Matthew, good morning. On a scale from 1 to 10, how are you enjoying your time in the Torment Nexus? Dead internet sucks to be here. I really feel that it's odd. It's weird. Being a content creator, being on this side, like there was this event that the boys and I went to, and it was like a what would you call that? It's not a convention, but it's more like one of those like trade shows, you know, where like companies will go and like show off their product and be like, hey, like here's our cool product, check it out, and like blah blah blah, right? And the intent is like, oh, like we have manufactured this new tractor or whatever, and like this tractor does really cool things that normal tractors don't do. Let me show you what it can do, like that kind of stuff. Tech Trade Expo Showcase, something like that. But it's not a convention. But we went there, and I remember getting asked so many questions. They were like, are you guys AI? And Because Haka and I were there, and we were just like, hey guys, like, welcome. Like, I'm Josuichi Shinri from HOLOSTARS English, Guild Tempest. I'm a VTuber. I'm a content creator. You know those live streamers that stream the games on Twitch and YouTube? I'm just like that. And then like I would do that kind of stuff, right? And then people would come over, right? And they would like poke at the screen and they'd be like, whoa, are you guys AI? Like, do you guys really like react to that? And then we'd have to be like, oh no, we're not like, you know, like please don't touch the glass, like please don't poke the camera. Like we can see you just fine. It's like no need to it. And they're like, oh, the AI reacts to us in real time now. Whoa, that's so cool. What can you do? And it's like, I can put on my jacket. Like, is that what you're asking? Like, I can put on my jacket and take it off. And they're like, oh, that's so cool. Technology has gotten so crazy nowadays. And there was this one company that came out. I forgot the name, but they were like tech glasses company or something like that. It wasn't Meta. It wasn't the Facebook Meta glass or whatever, right? But then they came over and they were like, wait, so is there like a receptacle where I can give you our glasses and you guys can scan them and then wear them? And it's like, I don't have the time to explain the minute details of what Live 2D is or how to Live 2D rig, but these people genuinely think I'm some digital life form that they had, you know, like you can like 3D scan like your hand or whatever, or like you get those like fancy camera setups and you like 3D like body scan yourself into 3D, right? They were like, oh, like if we give you our products, can you like also market it for us? Like if we give you our glasses, can you like scan them in somehow and wear them? And it's like, maybe. Like I didn't have the time to, because it was on like the expo floor or whatever, right? So like there isn't time to explain like, oh, you know, this actually Live 2D, the technology we're using, and you have to like create an art asset of the product, and then you have to rig it so that it like turns with their face, and like then you have to attach it to us and pin to it. Like we didn't have time to explain that, right? But they genuinely thought we were like digital life forms, and they were like, oh, are you like a Tamagotchi? Can we like put you in your pockets? Like are you locked to a computer screen, or can we put you on a mobile device? You know, and it's like I don't know what to say. I really didn't know what to say about that. Matthew, sounds like the opportunity to scream in response to them touching the screen. Ask them void conf questions or just say you're a streamer. We tried to explain that we're a streamer, but they thought we were like digital models to like showcase products. You know? Wings of Love, thank you for the 40. Should have played it to shield yourself for every question they ask. Flip it. It's like, oh yeah, if you just place the product in front of me, my AI webcam will scan it and then render a digital product that I can then market to your audiences worldwide. Like, Wings of Hope, okay, thank you for reading the membership. Seen a video on Twitter showing a guy using AI to talk to hotels AI to get a room. They realized that they were AI and started talking to each other by making robot noises. Oh my god, that's what I should have done. They should have been like, are you an AI? I'm like, beep boop. Yes, I am a robot. Beep boop. Defeating our digital Tamagotchi one soup at a time. Thank you. Thank you for the soup eyes. Wait, that's crazy. Oh my god, if Haka and I were on the same table, on the same device, on the same monitor, like we would totally have just messed with their minds. Just but man, that's, oh man, I reminded of the hacks at NBC News calling VTubers AI, so Noricore. I can't believe it. Like oh my god. I don't even know if I have the words for it at this point. Like, is it that hard to realize like, oh, we're just streamers, you know? We just stream, and sometimes we make music, and sometimes we do projects, right? Like, but they were so eager, you know? And there was another company, like a smartwatch company. There's like 100 smartwatch companies. Same thing. They were like, can we give you our product? And then you guys can like wear it on yourselves and show it off in your digital forms. And I don't know if they are, like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like technology, here's the thing. As a millennial, I think I understand. I would like to think that I understand technology a bit more, because we've all been there before, right? We've all like installed LimeWire on our family PC and we went to go pirate some songs, and then we unfortunately brought in a rootkit virus that would completely take over the PC, and then you had to clean it out and format and all that stuff, right? Like we've all been there, right? Right? Yeah, exactly. It's not a unique experience to me. But like, I understand the behind the scenes of technology to some extent, right? And I know when I wiggle, it's because I'm wiggling. It's not because some AI is like making me wiggle or whatever, you know? But for like normies, it seems like they really don't understand it. They see me moving on the screen and they're like, oh my God, AI. And it's like, no, it's not. It's not that. It's a webcam. You're just seeing me. I'm moving. Like if you see a streamer on Twitch and then they like wave to the camera, you wouldn't call that AI. I don't know why the gap is so different, you know? Shinri, my Shinri got you died again. No. You forgot to clean up the poop and then you neglected it for 3 weeks and now it's dead and now you have to make a new one. SAO style dive GOBD. It would be. It would, but also it would be like really cost prohibitive. Man. Like how they thought Plave is AI K-pop idols, right? I feel so bad for people. Oh man, like the way that I read Plave was that they are really talented idols. They're just a little older and like outside of what mainstream, like they're in their 30s, you know, or like their late 20s. And because of that, people are like, oh, they're washed, you know, oh, they're done. If you want to be an idol, you can only be an idol between the ages of 21 and 25. And then once you're over 25, you're done, you're cooked, right? But the talent doesn't go away. They're still super talented. So they're able to perform and do really cool stuff as virtual idols now. And seeing people mistake them for AI is kind of sad. Like they're real people putting in real effort, you know, like don't discount their energy that much, you know? You're probably there to demo your tracking, but government had to corporate sign an NDA so you could do real piloting demonstration. Maybe, I don't know. They didn't tell us anything. They were just like, yeah, just go introduce yourselves and have fun. And we're like, all right, we'll do that, you know? That's older to people? Yeah. The like pop idol industry, not just in Korea, but just everywhere, is very, what's the word? Manufactured? Like, it's super manufactured in a way that everything has to fall within proper thresholds. And one of the big thresholds is age. If you are above a certain age, then you're kind of considered done. But yeah. Move around in 3D, right? Oh my God, I'll be... If we were doing that in 3D, could you imagine? They were like, can you like dance for us? Like dance monkey dance, you know, like poking the game. Like how people like poke aquariums to see if the fish will react. They just like start poking our cage, like dance monkey dance. It's like, this is as much as I can do. You must understand, I'm in my 30s. I can't do more than this. Standard 7-year contract. They sign most towns from 18 to 25. Yeah, something like that. It's really limited. If there was no VOD of the con, you could have done anything. I could have. Oh my God, that's right. I was on my best behavior, you know. And like you're representing Cover Corporation, so do your best. I was like, all right. But yeah. opportunity to rickroll the audience. It's like, yes, I am an AI. I can interface with other things. Like, for example, I can hack my way into your devices and mute your sound. Check this out. Okay, check it out. Ready? And I can bring the sound back. Oh, look at that. I am Hacker Man. I'm the agentic AI that can mute the sound on your devices. The madman, he did it. Oh my god, I know that someone who's gonna be watching the VOD later and then genuinely think I muted their device because the VOD will go silent for that moment. Each prompt costs $10. Please leave your cash with my attendant to continue using Wee AI. You said you were in your 30s. I could picture people asking if you could install a younger brain cognitive version. Oh no! Could you imagine if that was true? Like, if I actually were AI, and the cover corporation's like, we're gonna install Zoomer Brain Rot Brain .exe into your brain. No. What would a brain file be like? .brn or something like that for brain. Here's what you shoot with the next face of Skynet. Ah, that'd be so cool though. If I had control of Skynet, I know exactly what I would do. I know exactly what I would do. Should we do 6-7 memes? Has any VTuber out there already rigged a 6-7 emoji with their hands? I'm surprised I haven't seen it yet, but yeah, it's gotta exist, right? Like 6-7, and then like you hit the toggle, and then the hands do the little 6-7. I saw someone Twitch. Oh my god. When do you emote Shinri 6-7? I use my eyelids 6-7. Yeah, there we go. The Pope did it? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I've seen a YouTube character here template for one. Oh my god. Okay, here's the thing. I feel that 6-7 is fine as a holding cell, like a containment zone, like an isolation ward, you know? Like, as long as it doesn't go any further than that, I'm fine. Like, for all intents and purposes, 6-7 is like annoying and overdone, but it's not harmful, right? It's not actively harmful. Dama-sama, think about the 40 months. Okwedi, will you be the 6-2-7? Oh my god, could you imagine? Someone's gonna propose that way. Someone's gonna do it. But you guys just know, in like 5 years, there's gonna be movies that are coming out with people going all like 6-7, because Hollywood is like always a decade slow. Like, do you guys remember when Thor: Love and Thunder came out, and then they were like, oh, look at that, screaming goats. The internet loved screaming goats 10 years ago, so we're gonna include screaming goats in our game, or in our movie. And now it's also part of Marvel Rivals too, the game. Like, the screaming goats are there as a payload. It's like, So you know, you absolutely know that 6-7, because of how ubiquitous it is, and how like globally it's understood. Oh my god, wait. There's gonna be a movie out there that comes out with Tung Tung Sahur, and he'll be doing 6-7. He'll be going around with the bat and then just beat you, and then after he beats you with the bat, he's gonna 6-7 emote on your corpse. Could you guys could you guys imagine that? 6-7 surpassed 6-9 as the funny number because 7, 8, 9. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Oh my god, wait, that joke has layers though. That joke has layers. the new horror movie, right? It's no longer the Hat Man, it's the 6'7" man. Easy dub into Rokunana. Marta, thank you for this. Thank you for ripping the membership. Okwedi. Do 68 plus or minus 1 for maximum range of generations. Oh my god. That's right. You can tell which way they go depending on which calculation they do. Fantacular, thank you for the 39 months. It's wild being 6'7" on my birthday. Who knew 41 years ago my B-day would be a weird B number. Also, it's good to see you, Shinri. Okwedi. Also, happy birthday. Let's go. 6'7". Well, it's 6'7" here. It's 6'6" over there. But happy early birthday anyway. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Fantacular. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Yay. Or early birthday, if it's a day early for you. Happy birthday, pants. Tomorrow's gonna be so annoying. It's fine. It's relatively harmless. See, back in my day, we had planking, and oh my god, the sheer number of injuries that came from planking. There was a kid that like gouged out his leg because he tried to plank on this post that was between a wooden fence, and then he slipped, but there was a sharp jagged edge on the fence that caught his leg, and when he fell off, it like gouged out a nice big cut in his quads. Yeah. Gamester, I think someone on Twitter decided to say 6'7" to his niece. Oh, she looked at him with disgust and said 6'7" is so last year. What happened? Wait, it's going too fast. Wait, no. What's happening? What's happening now? What's the next thing? What's the next big thing? Oh my god. Oh wait, hold up, I have a ping. Okay, we're back. Yeah. Anyways, sorry, got a ping from Madison. Can we bring back 6ix9ine? 6ix9ine will never die. But what's after 6'7"? What's coming up after 6'7"? What's the thing? We're like halfway through the year, right? So there should be something. Wait. We can't anticipate or force a meme, because then it's just really cringe. You know? We have to, I don't even know. Bring back boob 8008. It doesn't work anymore because people don't use the old school calculators with the oh shoot, what's it called? There's a specific name for that, the way that old calculators used to display icons with the, was it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, with the 7 lines. There's a specific name for that display. 7-segment display. That one. We don't use that anymore. So it's really difficult for people to understand that 8008 used to mean boob, because you write the letter B with the 7th segment in the same way you write the letter 8, but it's not really used that often. Now everything has like an LCD display that shows fonts, you know? 531-8008, you will never be forgotten. Oh man. That's how we know for like our age group, you know, if we say like 8008 and then the other person doesn't respond, then you know that they're too young. We're remastering games with 2001. We could remaster memes with 21. All your base, rebased. Wait. What was happening in 2001? Was it Rage Comics? No, Rage Comics was 2008, right? What was hip and hopping in 2000? In 2001, we didn't even have internet. Like, okay, we did, but like it wasn't like internet culture, you know? I remember when you had to make math tricks to have a word on the calculator show up. Yeah, but we don't have that anymore, sadly. What were the memes of 2001? You the man now, dog? YouTube poops. That's right, we had YouTube poops and stuff, right? Oh my god. Stacking cups, annoying orange. Flash animations. I think I Can Has Cheeseburger was later in 2006. Yeah, YouTube was in 2006, okay. No, what did we have? Oh my god, there are people here who are younger than YouTube. I don't know how I feel about that. There are people here who are younger than YouTube. Oh my god. 2001, when internet was nothing where I come from. Keyboard Cat? Was it? There are people younger than Skyrim. No, this was Peanut Butter Jelly Time, the little GIF. It was like the era of GeoCities, wasn't it? Like it was pre like social media. It was like micro blogs and everyone had their own like .com website and things like that. Penny Arcade, the lightsaber guy. Oh, the Numa guy. Maya-hee, Maya-ho, Maya-ha, Maya-ha. One guy in his $100 bill with the serial number 694-20800B graded because it's such a funny number. That's so good though. Oh my god. You can put the super. Wait, I don't know if I have any cash like that has a really cool serial number. I never paid attention to that kind of stuff. I'm old. Man. I've seen more people talking about how we are no longer doing PSX as retro, and we're doing PS1 as retro and PS2 as retro. And man, but here's the thing. My worry is that I kind of want to let the ancient archives lie. You know? Here's the thing. As much as I would love to see a resurgence of the olden archives, the old texts, the ancient words, right? As much as I would love to see those make a comeback, I worry that with the way that the internet is now, they would just AIify them, you know? Matthew, thank you. Speaking of internet archaeology nostalgia, have you ever played Hypnospace Outlaws? Sounds like something a detective would play. I've heard of it, but I never played it. Thank you for the super. Thank you. I wonder if they have perms for that, actually. It does sound familiar. I think I've heard of it a couple of times, but yeah. Like my big worry right now is like they're gonna like take like Pop-Tart Cat and then turn it into AI and then make it like a weird like AI realistic 3D cat that like jumps around, or like the I'm a firing my laser guy. They're gonna Nyan Cat. They're gonna take him and then animate it so he has like an animation that he does normally come with, right? Like people just take the old stuff and then turn it into AI, and then what that's gonna do is that's gonna taint the archives. So when you go to search for Nyan Cat, you're not gonna get old school original OG Nyan Cat. You're gonna get the AI version of it, you know? Like that's why I think we have to gatekeep. We gotta make sure that the ancient texts are undisturbed and not tainted by the modern era. I think some things are better kept where they come from, like the kids went to Y2K, the take on it isn't taken into account how lame it was. Yeah, exactly. Nyan Cat was there with Robot Unicorn Attack. Oh my god. Always I want to be with you, make believe with you, and live in harmony, harmony. Oh my god. I remember playing that game a lot. I lived a very sad life back then. Oh my god, now that I'm thinking about it. Hang on, another pay. Okay, there we go. There's so many AI generated historical photos and videos normal people can't tell. That's the thing, like you don't know, like I don't even know, but there are like specific quirks and like, I'm not even sure, the vibes, you know? There are specific vibes of old film that most modern people won't know about. It's like there's a couple, there was like an AI art of like a street in Paris that someone made, and then like a photographer immediately clocked it as AI, and they were like, hey, the perspective lines don't line up here. I'm a photographer, and this does not make sense. This does not make any sense to me. There's no way you could have blur in this segment of the photo and then not have the blur on this other segment because of the way the lenses work. And they drew like all the little the perspective lines and everything, and it was like, yeah, that checks out, like it's AI, right? But if you're not trained in that kind of stuff, if you don't have the eye to catch it, then it's very likely that it might just slide by you, you know? Man. Speaking of old versus new, someone did a master drawing of Free Rent and it was on par with the master drawing Sasuke. I did see that one, yeah. It was even, I saw the official upward looking Free Rent artwork that the studio developed too. And I have to say, I love Free Rent. Free Rent is really cute. I've never seen a single episode. I've only seen clips, but Round Elf. I love Free Rent. Yeah. Zim, thank you for the 41. Here's a meme for the early 2000s, the game. Oh no, we all lost the game. I think because the game is so ethereal and ephemeral to like interact with, I feel like it's gonna be there forever. I don't think the game will ever go away. You're actually a little Free Rent coded, am I? I've never seen Free Rent. I just know Round Elf, and then there's like a guy that dies, a lot of people that die, and then some people that don't die, and then that's like it. That's all I know about Free Rent. Come along to the death of people's trust in experts when experts use their expertise to confirm. Oh man, it must be crazy being born around this time, like having your formative years being in this age. I feel so lucky to have been born when I was, because going through school, going through like social media from like childhood with the way that the internet is now, I can't imagine that. Oh man. Then yeah, I like my digital footprint is half missing, which is perfectly fine with me. You guys will never see my DeviantArt. You guys will never see my Zangas. You'll never see my GeoCities. You guys will never see. You guys won't know that I I was really good at that one Mafia game, the browser one, where like there was like PvP, and like, do you guys remember that? It wasn't, there were no, like, there were basically no graphics. It was like PNGs. It was like PNGs, and then like you would click things and like, oh, you have like $17,000 to buy equipment and whatever. The Facebook game, was it the Facebook game? I remember, I don't think it was on Facebook because I didn't have Facebook back then. Town of Salem? No, not Town of Salem. It was Mafia Wars? I think it was Mafia Wars. Something like that. Sounds more familiar. Yeah. That's the one. Wait, is it still up? Hang on. I'm pretty sure it's dead by now, but it wasn't Flash. Mafia Wars. Original game. Original Mafia Wars game. Yeah, it's this one. It's Mafia Wars. Oh my god, with the really ugly UI and like the random PNGs of stuff. It's like, oh, you have 22 energy and it costs this much and your payout's $3 billion or whatever. Oh my god. Time to ask perms for Mafia Wars? Can we do that? Wait, is Mafia Wars still around? In 2016, Mafia Wars shut down. No! In addition to the social media announcement, players received an in-game message and the game was taken offline shortly after June 6, 2016. It relaunched on mobile in April 2017. However, only after only a few months, players were notified that Mafia Wars was ending again. It was not meeting performance expectations, according to Zynga. Oh my god, Zynga CEO. No. Mafia Life offers a similar gaming experience. Mafia Life is a free Mafia text-based game launching soon. Is that... I'm not sure if it's the same one or if it's just trying to like piggyback off of the popularity of Mafia Wars. God, Zynga. Do you guys remember Zynga? Is Zynga still alive? They are alive. Oh my god. It's currently owned by Take-Two Interactive since 2022. No way. Their top 4 games are Farmville, Farmville 2, Farmville 3, and Zynga Poker. Of course it is. God, I could tell you Farmville 1, 2, and 3 and Poker, and you'd be like, yeah, that's a Facebook game. That's a Facebook game. Oh my god. Farmville's still alive? Apparently it is. It's the same way that like Candy Crush is still alive, because it comes pre-installed on most people's phones, and a lot of normies will play it, and a lot of normies will keep spending money on it. I personally hate it whenever my phone has an update and I have to delete all the stupid bloatware they put on, right? But normies, on the other hand, don't. They actually keep them. I've seen a phone, like the app folder, the app library of a normie's phone, and it just has all of the games. Like a third of the apps that they have installed are just the auto-installed app games from the updates, and they just keep them. And then every now and then they're like, I don't know when I installed this, but every now and then I'll play this because it's pretty fun. And it's like, oh no. No. The moms who are level 999,000 still supporting it. They're so full of ads. How do they play them? They just face take the ads. Did you guys know? Like, I'm fairly aware that a majority of my audience are pretty tech savvy enough to know what an ad blocker is, but did you guys know like most of the internet doesn't use an ad blocker? They just face tank the ads, and then they're just like, yeah, it's part of the experience. And they just do. They just sit there. They just eat the ads. I could never, but they just do. Like, that's the reason why advertising is still such a huge market, even with the advent of ad blockers. It's because there's such a huge, like, wave, or there's just a huge percentage of people who will still just watch ads, you know? That does explain why advertisers have so much power besides. Exactly. You gotta realize, like, most normies don't use ad blockers. They just look at the ads and they just click on them. I hate that there's a lot of ads even in academic websites. I don't even understand ads in academic websites. They treat it like 5-minute TV commercial breaks. I get frustrated, I get mad. Like, I cannot watch any YouTube video that a friend links to me in Discord, because if I try to launch it in Discord, it'll load an ad first. So I had to put it into my browser and then watch it without an ad blocker, or with an ad blocker. But people just eat ads. Like, especially for Twitch, you know, a lot of people will complain on Twitch about how, like, oh, the pre-roll ads, you know, like, because I get ads every time I try to load a stream, I'm not gonna watch them, right? That's a minority. That is an incredibly vocal minority. The vast majority of people will just sit there happy as a clam eating those ads. And I don't understand it. I don't get it. They just do. They're just like, oh yeah, you know. I get impatient with the previews. I'm okay with previews on movies because sometimes you get a really cool preview of a really cool movie that you haven't heard about. Like that's kind of the main reason why I don't watch most movies now. I don't get advertisements from movies. I only see people talking about movies, or like smaller films. I say smaller, but like it's relative, you know, like A24 stuff, because, you know, I have ad blockers on all the time, so I don't see those ads. So every now and then I'll be surprised and be like, oh, hey, I didn't realize that was a thing that was coming out, because I just don't get exposed to the ads at the time. I found for non-pre-roll streams, I keep hitting it with ads every 5-10 minutes if I'm not subbed. I think if you're able to afford it, Twitch Turbo, depending on how often you spend time on Twitch Turbo might be worth it. Other people browsing their phones or something, let ads roll. Yeah, maybe. I feel like movie trailers nowadays reveal too much of the film, like things are spoiling me. I think it's just because we've seen enough, you know? Like, there's only so many stories to tell, right? There's only so many ways you can change the characters up, and there's only so many plot twists. Like, once you've seen enough, I think you've seen enough, right? I know that's a very vague statement, but like, the plots of stories are kind of predictable at this point, and there's gotta be some real big subversion, but then that subversion becomes a trope that gets repeated over and over again, and then it just becomes a standard trope, you know? Almost all of them. Turbo might be worth it. I think Turbo is worth it if you watch more than 3 streamers, because if you watch 2 streamers consistently, you can just sub to them, and then that'll be $10 USD, I mean. And then if you watch more, you can just pay Twitch Turbo, which is like $11.99, $12. So like the threshold. But the reason why it's priced that way is actually because most people on Twitch only watch 1 or 2 streamers, and then they stop. I think it was like Clancy, the CEO Clancy guy, he put out a statement saying that he recognizes from his own website analytics that the majority of people will show up onto Twitch, they'll log into the platform, watch 1 or 2 of their favorite streamers, and then stop watching everyone else. They'll just leave, and then switch over to another channel. And it makes sense why Twitch Turbo is priced the way it is, because if you only watch those 2, then sub to them. Otherwise, if you watch more, then you pay for Twitch Turbo, you know? And then the trope gets misunderstood. Man. Speaking of plot, for tier 3 VA stuff, give you the first 2 pages of a public domain story. Is that okay? It'll have to be clear by Mana-chan, but if it's public domain, it should be. Public domain in Japan is the big thing. It can't be public, even if it is public domain in a different country, if it's not public domain in Japan, it might be risky because copyright law is separate across multiple countries. But yeah. I only go to favorites on my notifications, mainly on YouTube because you guys stream on YouTube a lot. Okay, can it be real? The only reason I stream on YouTube is because I'm corpo. And there's this weird thing about corpos streaming on YouTube. I know why, because HOLOLive and Holo audiences grew up on YouTube, and that's where the majority of our audience is. But I know for a fact that the type of content that I do is more suited towards Twitch. And having experienced both, I'm aware, but the main reason why I stay here is because I'm corpo. And this is where most of the HOLOLive's audience is. There's this weird like tribalism that goes on. I talked about it previously, where it's like, if you watch on YouTube, you're okay with it, but then if you watch on Twitch, like the different websites, they hate each other for some reason, and I don't understand, because I'm a 2 cakes guy. I'm not like I hate that cake and I like this cake, you know? Can host dual stream? I am a firm believer that dual streaming is not good. I have not met much success. I have not seen many people see a lot of success with dual streaming, because in my experience, what mostly ends up happening is the same people who are already watching you just open up a tab on the side to watch the secondary website. So like if I stream mostly on YouTube and I multi-stream to Twitch, like if I have like 100 people watching me on YouTube, like 50% of them will just simply open up another tab on Twitch and then leave it at that. Like there won't be enough organic engagement on the Twitch side for it to grow. It'll just be a subset of whatever the main channel has. And I don't think that has ever been successful, to be honest. But yeah, Twitch has many problems. I'd be curious to do a study on what people's perception is, because I feel like a lot of, yeah, muted tab in the background to give my Oshi +1. Exactly. I feel like that's gonna be the most common thing. But I don't know. I don't know. My Twitch emotes. Poggers, is that still a thing? Kind of? It's an older meme, but yeah. Twitch has disabled my ability to watch content on their site because I had multiple streams open at the same time. Yeah, it's to prevent people from like attempting to like view bot. Like you really should only be watching 1 or 2 people at tops. If you have more than like 3 tabs open, then like that's when things get finicky. There's never like there's never been like a hard and fast rule of like, oh, you're only allowed to open 3 tabs. And then after that, every other one doesn't count. Like Twitch has never put out a statement like that. But from what I've seen, just generally, like if someone opens up like 10 different tabs because they have 10 different indies they follow, and the intent is to give all 10 of them +1 views, it won't count for any of them. It's just that kind of stuff. It doesn't hurt not to. I believe it does. From what I have seen, I believe it does actually hurt. Because you're not really integrating with Twitch in the way that Twitch likes you to integrate it. And yes, there is a little bit of the viewership thing going on where you do get recommended to a couple of similar viewers, but I don't know if it's possible to grow both platforms simultaneously without dedicating specific content to each of them. But yeah. Mostly bad creative discovery, refunded donations, tight VTuber TOS. I don't. Well, in my experience with Twitch, bad creator discovery doesn't. It depends on what you mean by bad creator discovery. Because both Twitch and YouTube they don't use the same, but it's a very similar thing where it doesn't base off of your streamer, it bases off your audience. Your ability to grow and like be pushed out is dependent on your audience and not necessarily you as a content creator. the general way that works is if you have people who watch your stream and like content creator B, right? If there's a pattern of like a subset of audiences and viewers who watch you and creator B, and then those audiences sometimes check out creator C, at some point, more of your audience will be recommended content creator C because it's like, hey, this person with this behavior watches Shinri and content creator B. But sometimes these viewers also watch content creator C. So maybe content creator C has similar vibes as Shinri and B. So let's start recommending them to that. And that's kind of how it goes. It's just basically what are the similar creators that your main viewership also watches, and then that's how the recommendations get put out. So when you say there's bad creator discovery on Twitch, it really depends on what you mean specifically by that, because the major issue that I see is you are only recommended when you are live. That's the biggest issue I see. Like if you're on YouTube, like my VODs do not get promoted at all. VODs on YouTube do not get promoted. But if I were to create like scripted YouTube videos and that are edited, right? Those can get promoted and recommended. Like, oh, if you watch Nexpo, maybe you can check out Mr. Ballin. If you check out Mr. Ballin, maybe you can check out Nightmind. Maybe you can check out Lazy Masquerade, right? Because they're all within the same like similar grouping that audiences will bounce between. So it's like, hey, generally these audiences like these content creators. So if you haven't seen one of them, let's recommend it to you, right? That happens all the time, 24/7, if you're asleep or not. On Twitch, it happens only when you're live, but it still operates the same way. So that's about as much as I can see when it comes to bad creator discovery, but the system is the same. It just, you have to be live for it to work. Because there isn't like oh, hey, if you like this streamer, check out this random other streamer's VOD. Like that doesn't really happen. People don't click on VODs. So yes, but it's just the nature of a live streaming website. That's interesting because I belong to a VR role-playing community in Twitch and every actor streams their POV. I open a few tabs at once to watch everyone's point of view during a specific event. That's fine. It's not, how would I say this? Twitch is smart. They can tell, all right? They can tell. If someone periodically does that during a big event, that'll be fine. But if someone habitually has a PC that's open to 25 different Twitch streams of all their favorite indies, and they were permanently and perpetually on there for an extended period of time in the hopes of adding +1 to the viewership of all those streamers, they can tell. They're not dumb. They can tell, right? Like the whole thing about oh, if you raid someone, you have to remove the referral equals raid and delete that part of the URL and reload the tab. No, they can tell. They know. On their back end, they can tell X streamer sent a raid to Y streamer, and these are the members of the audience from X streamer. You can't trick Twitch like that. That's superstitious stuff, Twitch used to have hosting. I think you're offline and have it enabled. You have a shuffle channels to show. I remember that. Do they still have it? I don't know if that's ever really worked out because in my experience, most of the people who host will host their friends, and their friends do not necessarily share the same vibes. It's these are my recommendations for people to check out, and they usually end up being either close friends, someone in the same corporation, the same gen, same wave or whatever. But I don't know if that has really contributed a significant growth to anyone, We must find a way to promote you better. You're probably not gonna get that to work on YouTube. I'm sorry. I will let you know, the boys and I have been looking at every single possible way to promote ourselves on YouTube, and I don't think it's feasible on YouTube. Because we are predominantly live streamers, and we don't make buy ad space, that doesn't work either. That just boosts view count because people, they'll see it on the views, like, oh wow, this video has like 1 million views, but it's because it was part of an ad, and each ad view counts as a view. It doesn't necessarily mean that there's any long-term retention. You're just paying to boost views on that one particular piece of content, and very little of that ever translates to long-term retention, sadly. You need to have connections already on Twitch? Not necessarily. I've seen content creators grow on Twitch in the more organic way, you know, without like nepotism. I mean, like, people love to use the word nepotism, but like, I don't mean that. I don't mean it in the traditional sense of like, oh, like, my father was a partner at this law firm, so I'm gonna get this job easy peasy. You know, like, it's not like that. Like, yeah, there are people who have been boosted by bigger content creators, but I have also seen plenty of smaller individuals who don't have those connections still do perfectly fine. It's not just that. I know a lot of people love to point that out because it's easy to make stories and narratives of the exceptions, but there are still people who can make a pretty good community without all of that. Like, you have to look at the people who are sitting around 100 to 300 viewers, not the people who are at thousands, because they are the exception to the rules. At least to me, Twitch streaming space feels more hostile to VTubers versus YouTube. I don't know if I would agree with that. There's a lot of VTubers on Twitch. There's a lot. I mean, like, Iron Mouse is like the big one, you know? We're putting you on the Las Vegas orb. Please don't do that. Please spend the money on gifted memberships. Don't put me on the Las Vegas orb. People who watch me on the Las Vegas orbs won't know who I am, and it's not gonna help my viewership numbers. Like, please don't spend money on that. Like, if you want to support, okay, if the intent is to support me, then please don't. If the intent is to celebrate a Koipanian project, like a community project, right? Then by all means, go for it. But if the intent is to like boost the boys, boost HOLOSTARS, boost my channel, that doesn't work. So like, celebrate it. If it's something that you guys want to celebrate, absolutely. But when it comes to my channel, it will have very little to no effect. Too late, we're putting yeah, put Puniko on the orb. Don't put me on the orb, put Puniko on the orb. That's like I do. Merch, that's not happening anymore. We're not getting merch anymore. So enjoy. I think there's a feeling of Twitch staff less tolerant of VTubers. No, that's just I don't think that's true. There are certain cases, but realistically, I think YouTube with their automated moderation system is significantly worse to VTubers than Twitch is. Like, there are YouTubers who have, or YouTube like streamers, VTubers, there are VTubers on YouTube who have gotten their channel banned simply because of the character model, and there is no way to fix it because it's automated. And they're like, yeah, we've reviewed, air quotes, reviewed your channel and have confirmed that you have broken guidelines and you can never make a YouTube channel again. I don't believe Twitch does that as often. There's times when people will brigade and they'll get like trolls to ban a Twitch account by like mass reporting it over a couple of weeks to the point where the automated ban will kick in. But most of those I have seen being reversed fairly quickly, like within a month. What do you mean the boys aren't getting merch? Yeah, no more merch for us. HOLOSTARS, we're HOLOSTARS. Please, 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 please. What do you mean no official merch? Yeah, no more official merch. I thought we had made this announcement. Yeah, we don't get any more merch. But like, realistically, if you're not like swinging your tits out all the time, if you're like not making like sex ASMR, I think you'll be fine. And if you really want to create that kind of content, there are platforms that will let you do that. But, you know, like, yeah, HOLOSTARS isn't getting anything. No, we're not. But yeah, there's no more official merch, which is why I mentioned this in my Menchie stream, but I might as well go say it publicly now. If you guys are fan creators and you have fan merch, please use our tags and share them around. Because if we're not getting official merch from the company, we might as well promote the merch that you guys make for yourselves. Yeah. I really wanted some of you, the Companions fan art styles are so pretty. I want to buy merch of yours, but I'm also really scared of like doxing myself, so I haven't ordered anything yet. But I will let you know. Whenever my friends go to cons, I always ask them like, hey, can you see if I know this one artist is going to like so and so convention, please like sneak in like a purchase of a Shinri merch, because it looks really good. So yeah, one plush for totally not Shinri, right? Gotta make our own merch. Exactly. So if you guys have any fan merch, please share them around. Feel free to use the tags. Well, I feel that the Shinri art tag is fine because a lot of the fan merch I've seen are artistic like renditions that you guys have made of me that you have simply turned into acrylics or keychains or whatever. So I feel like that should be fine. But yeah. Ask Mana-san to fly them. Mana-san, please fly to California and go to these conventions for me to buy like No, Mana-chan lives in Japan here too, so it's gonna be harder for us to go all the way over there. But I don't know, maybe if they get paid, like, hey Mana-chan, can you take overtime? Like overtime pay and go to a convention for me. But yeah. It's really hurt for someone who's missed the old merch and eBay isn't helping. I don't know if a lot of my is my merch on eBay? I have a feeling that a lot of my merch is still like owned by people. Haka and I went to a store after the collab with Rizar. We went to a store for like merch, like idol merch. It's not necessarily VTubers. It's just like idol merch, right? Like fan merches and stuff like that that people have sold back, and they're just reselling. So like there's like, oh, you know, this person, I'm no longer their Oshi, I'm gonna sell my merch to this store, and then the store pays some money, and then they relist it for something. I couldn't find anything of me. There wasn't really much of like HOLOSTARS there, to be honest. Maybe we could have a merch tag for HOLOSTARS fans specifically. That will be something you guys will have to make, because to ask us for an official hashtag would take too long, and Staff-san would say no. So if you guys want to make your own little merch hashtag for HOLOSTARS, specifically for fanmade stuff, go for it. I'll retweet it as I see them, but I don't think I can make one and like pass it down from up, like high up above, you know? You and Haka go for like 20k yen on Mercari? Hell yeah, we know our worth. Koi merch? I don't think it has to be specifically for me, since it's all of HOLOSTARS that are not getting any official merch. If you just want to do like like Starman merch or something like that, be like, hey, hashtag Starman merch, I made, I don't know, like this thing, this mini plushie or whatever. Can we send you fan merch? No, unfortunately not. Sorry, Obsessed. Thank you. I've had the question asked a couple of times. We can only get letters. Only letters. No, like, I mean, if you can like squish your merch into a very thin package so it can be disguised as a letter, maybe. But Staff-san still checks it, so. But yeah. Does this mean Battleblade the only star that has a Doki? Oh, you mean like a Daki? That wasn't like an our thing. That wasn't, I don't think that was like an us thing. I think that was like Bettel's art mama just really loves him and went out and set that up. I haven't heard anything like that from any of our other art mamas. But yeah. Why does this envelope smell like Takis? God, if I could get Takis right now, though. I've been craving Takis. It's like $30 for a Taki. I don't know. Should I Takis? Should I order Takis? No, I haven't done anything exciting, big celebration worth enough to order $30 worth of Takis. Because I'm gonna be real, the $30 could go for like a whole week's of groceries here. Flandon outfit reveal with merch. Isn't that official merch? That is official merch, but that's like standardized merch. It's like acrylic stand, cam badge, and that. Like we won't be like, you know, all the stuff that we've had, like my earrings, the personalized merches, the little Puniko stuff, the little whiskey stones, all of that stuff. We're not gonna get an input into any customized stuff anymore. It's just gonna be plastic and a cam badge. I personally do not want to release more plastic and cam badges if it's just gonna be like a PNG of it. So I'm choosing not to, because that's the only thing that we've got. It's either that or nothing. So I would just pick nothing. There's things that were already in the pipeline too. If they're already in the pipeline, I think they're coming out. But after this year, I'm pretty sure all the projects will have finished and wrapped up. You can't control. Yeah, we can't give any feedback. We don't have any control in it. It's just whatever generic stuff is out there, you know. Sadly, no more cups for you guys. Wait, I could do like a. I wonder if I could like make a cup and then send it to you guys. You want your merch to stick out more? I mean, at this point, the alternatives are, the only options we have are standardized merch or nothing, and I don't want to put out standardized merch. So there isn't like a I want it to stick out. It's just I don't think another piece of plastic and cam badge is worth like $50 in shipping, especially with like the shenanigans that are going around with shipping. That's just my personal thought, which is why I don't want to put that out. There were holo cups, like gamer subs cups. No, they were just like regular cups. But yeah, will cover allow you to make your own cups? I don't think so. They'd probably like shoot that down anyway. But alas, it's fine. This is kind of why like I want to be able to promote and celebrate fan merch more. For example, the Nui that Haka uses is fan made, and in all of his photos, it's fan made. So maybe if you guys start promoting fan merch, I might ask Madchan to scoop up a few. Should I complete a dish set with mugs before stopping the merch? Don't we already have like a ramen bowl from Altair, multiple cups from All the Boys, whiskey stones from my set? We have I have the bento box wrapper, like the cloth that goes over the bento box. Like you can almost make a full set. Almost. Is there Shinri fan-made Nui? I don't know. I think there is, but I haven't seen it. Mugs or Takis or groceries. Pops, thank you. Thank you for the super. It will most likely be groceries. Thank you for the super though. They'll shoot down your self-made merch? Yeah. Like I can't be like, oh, here's my like Shinri underwear. Let me like sell that as merch. They won't let me do that. Or like the stuff that I have that I put out for the expo. Where I had like my props for the expo, the lockers thing, right? By the way, I got my notepad back and someone had spilled something on my notepad, and it's like how like why? But I don't know what it was, but something got spilled on it. We can't sell those either, so no more Tenpatsu. I mean, we might still be able to do it as a Batsu, but I don't know if it's gonna be funny anymore. Coffee, maybe. I would hope it's coffee, but it's not brown. It looks more like oil. Taki's fine. Technically, Taki's are gross for me. Is also 10 months and 2.0 would be poggers. It would be 3.0 at this point. We still have to get Armis to show up their town Pantsu before Armitsu. I don't know. We gotta get Armis to show their Pantsu too. But yeah, Armis Pantsu's not there. Exactly. We have to. Oh my god, we have to find a way to wrangle the boys and actually have a collab. Do you think the situation will ever improve as to make official merch feasible again? I don't think so. If there was a path, they would have told us that they didn't, and they didn't tell us a path. So I don't know. I don't think so. It's also one of those things where like once you stop, restarting it is significantly more expensive. Like, you guys know like iron mills, iron forges or whatever. They have like a giant like bucket. I don't know how else to describe it, but a giant bucket, right? And there's like molten iron in it that has to be kept on 24/7. They cannot let it ever cool down, because once it solidifies, it's pretty much done. There's no way to melt the iron back again. The amount of energy that it would take to remelt the iron would be so excessive that they just cannot risk it. So it's like one of those things where like once it's in production, it's fine, but then the moment you stop it, like the whole thing is pretty much out. Yeah, don't dive in those. Don't take a swim in those. I've always wanted to recreate that one scene in Terminator 2 where Arnold Schwarzenegger goes into the little pool and he gives the thumbs up, right? And it's like do 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 do. That one, I like, oh my god, maybe that's where my self-sacrifice kink started, because I just saw all these super badass people who were like father figures, like sacrifice themselves to make sure that like the future generation, maybe that's where it came from. Do 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 do. Right, exactly, just like that. Like, ah, man, hold on, what? I have a sacrifice kink where I want to go and like unalive myself, but for the sake of saving others. Like recently, like in Stranger Things, Hopper, in Arcane, Vander, in Terminator 2, The Terminator. Like, there are so many instances of a really like comforting father figure who I said this in Menshi too, but like I personally prefer Chris over Leon, because for me, whenever I see Leon on the stage, it's like, okay, we're gonna have to fight it out, right? But whenever I see Chris on the scene, it's like everything's gonna be okay. You know, like Chris just has that aura of just like, it's like he's got it under control, it's gonna be fine. Like that vibe I just love. And all these characters like the Terminator, like Vander, like Hopper, like all the like these characters just have the vibe of like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but it's gonna be okay, we're gonna be fine. Like that vibe is just ooh, you know? And then they all sacrifice themselves, so it's like maybe that's what I should do too. You know, he didn't have it under control in Village in 7. No, he did have it under control. We just saw it from the perspective of Ethan, and Ethan was like, what's going on? Like 90% of the time, you know? But like from Chris's point of view, it was all under control, and it was just oof. You know, stability is hot, I'll say it again. Yeah. And like Mads Mikkelsen in anything. Mads Mikkelsen in anything. That man is just aura, you know? And like, that's just, oh my god. Yeah. But they all sacrifice themselves, you know? And I, like, is this what I have to do now? Like, is that the character if I want to embody? Because like it's the same issue. Like it's the bisexual panic. Like it's the, do I want to date them or do I want to be them? I can't tell, right? But like if I want to be them, like is this like, you know how there's like natural twink death that happens for twinks, right? Is it for like these type of figures just a natural self-sacrifice moment at the end that like catapults the main character's story? like begins their character arc? Like, is it just one of those things that happens, you know? But man, anyways, what we're talking about, yeah, no more official merch from HOLOSTARS unless it's acrylics and can badges. I don't know how we got to this point, but that, yeah, anyways. What a tangent. What a tangent, though. I think you just want to have some meaning to yourself. I have a voice in my head that I think would make a really cool monologue, but if I actually recorded the monologue, people would be very concerned for me, and I would need to go see therapy. So I've never recorded the monologue, but I do have a monologue in my head. Is the sacrifice to actually help others, or is it for the glory of sacrificing yourself for the others? No, it's actually, if you dig even deeper into it, it's from selfishness. It's hard to ever have a self-sacrifice moment that is wholly unselfish and altruistic, because there is a lot of selfishness that comes with self-sacrifice, and I'm aware of that. No merch, Crucible, Terminator to self-sacrifice king. Hell yeah, just a regular Shimizatsu. Standard man behavior. It's because you don't have to face the consequences afterwards, if you're dead. Exactly. Because sacrificing yourself will paint you in a better light than having to go through the awkward stage of trying to fix the problems you have interpersonally with the people that you're around. Or is that too real? Oh, I know it's real for me. Anyways, save HOLOSTARS? No. I will save HOLOSTARS by sacrificing myself. I will become the Dark Knight? No, I'll become the Dark Fish. Wait, that doesn't sound as imposing. The Dark Koi? Evil Koi? No. Shadow Koi. This is my hole. It was made for me. Matthew, thank you for the super. Thank you. Abyssal Koi. Wait, that sounds badass though. Abyssal Koi. Ooh. Any HOLOSTAR worthy for a self-sacrifice? Not really. Take accountability? Nah, self-sacrifice. But yeah, I realize, like, you know, like the thing, like even all the characters, like the like Hopper in Stranger Things, I think it's a pretty good example of it, where he's not a perfect character. He's flawed in a lot of different ways, and the sacrifice that he made there was absolutely part of that. And like you have to be able to like notice that and be aware that this facet is, you can't just paint them with, oh, they were so noble because they sacrificed. No, there's more to the story, and a lot of times selfishness does come with that self-sacrifice. But I only say this because I like not lived it, because if I did live it, I wouldn't be here anymore, but like studied it, you know, like I've analyzed it. Save HOLOSTARS by being lewd, release your chains holding you back. I feel like it's kind of, I feel like if HOLOSTARS started to become more lewd, if we started like Fujo pandering and doing more like, I mean, like it's Pride Month, but like gay baiting, you know, of like, we are not, but we're gonna pretend like we are on stream just for the clips, right? I feel like if we did that, it would completely alienate what audience we do have, and it would take more time than any of the boys are willing to commit to regrow the audience. Because like this happens all the time. Whenever a streamer rebrands, what they end up doing is if they rebrand to something completely different, like there's a time when their existing audience slowly starts to wear down because they come over here for a type of content, and they're like, well, you've changed your content, so I don't want to watch you anymore. Like, you don't give me the same vibes, or I feel uncomfortable watching you now. So the existing audience starts to go down. However, there is always an audience out there for something, okay? The problem is, if you rebrand, you are simply taking all the momentum you have resetting that back to 0, and then trying to regrow a new channel with the established algorithm attachments. You know, like that's the difficult part. You have to break free from not only the algorithm, the social, what's the word? Like preconceived notions of who you are. Because like if you've already debuted, everyone kind of knows who you are. They've already made up their mind and they're not going to change that mind. You know, you have to break the algorithm. You have to break your pre-debut first impressions, and you have to regrow your audience. And that triple whammy will take a long time. Like even if you have the perfect content branding plan, it'll take you like 6, 8, 9 months to start to regrow that audience again. And I don't know if any of the boys have the patience to wait that long to regrow a brand, especially if they switch over to just being lewd, you know? But yeah, like it's doable. I've seen people pull off successful rebrands. It just takes a long time. And I don't know if many people have the patience for it. Like at some point though, depending on how major the rebrand is and depending on how big of a shock it will be to the existing audience, I feel that at some point it's better to simply just start a new channel, because that way you don't have any of the previous attachments that are still holding you back. Just generally, like for the algorithm, for the public perception, for just like the, oh, that person has a new channel and they're doing different kind of content. Like this person only did Minecraft for 2 years and then they suddenly switched to doing Skyrim, you know, like there is an audience for that. You're just gonna have to start from 0 and make a new channel at that point. Just make a new channel, because if you've done that, if you've done Minecraft for so many years, that's what the algorithm will see you as. And it'll keep recommending you that channel because like, hey, this creator makes Minecraft videos. And then it'll push out your Skyrim videos to them, to the same audience. And then if the Minecraft viewers see that and they're like, I'm not interested in Skyrim, I'm interested in Minecraft, and they hit not interested, that will tank your channel's algorithm and make it less likely for you to be able to grow. So just make a new channel. That's the TLDR. Or like if you're really crazy and you're a workaholic and you're able to balance both of them, I can't. It's really difficult for me to balance multiple accounts at the same time. But if you are a workaholic and you're able to grind that out, hell yeah. Just do it on a separate channel and then just do both the way that you like. And then after a couple of months of doing it, figure out which one your heart is drawn more towards and which is more sustainable to you, and then put more effort into that one. Yeah. I think a lot of people would have been Stars' audience that aren't really watching streamers, let alone VTubers. We need to fish them out. The hard part is I feel that a lot of people who want to watch streamers are already watching streamers. It's harder to find a more niche audience. It exists out there, but the effort it takes to find a niche audience is a lot more difficult than simply being like, oh, if you don't watch, then you're a fresh potential viewer. Like there's a lot of personality characteristics, a lot of interests, hobbies, styles that like need to line up for them to become a watcher. What about a core audience that'll watch whatever? That is the ultimate goal of every single variety streamer, but it is an incredibly difficult thing for anyone to ever achieve. Like variety streamers' ultimate end goal is, I am the personality you come for. And that is what a lot of people wish that they could achieve. It's incredibly difficult to do. You have to be incredibly charismatic. You have to have a big presence. You have to be on stage. You have to like be visible. Like for example, like I'm not that visible. I'm only on YouTube. I like tweet periodically, but I don't try to make myself too known. Like I'm not tweeting like clips or whatever. Cause like that's not where my audience is. And I don't really particularly like using Twitter all that much anymore. But like, that would be the goal. That would be the dream. If you had a core audience that was always there for you, no matter what you did, that would be perfect. But that's really difficult to do. Some stuff like very dedicated streamers when it comes to like ASMR. I know is one of the big ones. ASMR, VR chat, Minecraft, some shooter games like Valorant, some of them, not all of them, have very dedicated audiences that are there for your personality in that game. And they don't care about your personality in anything else. For example, ASMR. Very hard to get a dedicated fan base that is there for you specifically for ASMR, because your ASMR content is really, for the most part, easily replaceable by other ASMR artists. Unless you do something very specific, like that glue lady, who only does glue. Then it's like, yeah. But then like, if you switch out from doing ASMR to something else, expect your audience not to really stick around with you, which is a pattern that I've seen for a lot of content creators. And to be an old veteran, yeah, the best way to have an audience is to start in 2010 and not stop. That's how you do it. Every single major creator that you see nowadays got started in 2010 when streaming was a new thing and very few people had a major audience, and then you just don't stop. Just get a time machine, making a time machine and going back into the past 10, 16 years. Oh my God, 16 years is a much easier way to grow your channel and audience than it is to start now. If I had not stopped flesh streaming back in 2010, I'm pretty sure I'd be a weirdo. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that's the big problem. I was picking my nose and drawing circles in the sand and going goo goo gaga as a 2-year-old instead of buying a house back in like the late 1900s. That was my big issue. I should have invested that 25 cents I got for an allowance that 1 month and had a total of what? I don't know what the inflation rate is now, like $2.26 or whatever, you know? No hope for starting in this year. No, it's fine. You can still start. Everyone, like, let's be realistic. There are new Twitch streamers going around, like flesh tubers, specifically flesh tubers. There are plenty of flesh tubers that are popping up and doing well for themselves all the time. Are they reaching tens of thousands of viewers? No, you don't need to reach tens of thousands of viewers. All right. Like you get like 100, 200 viewers, and that's fine. You know, that's like really, really well done. And flesh tubers will do that all the time. Like if you're a VTuber starting out, please just start streaming. Don't debut. Don't put that pressure on yourself. Don't spend the money on assets for debut. Just start streaming. You will build your community. You will know what you want to do as you start doing it, and just don't give up. You know, use your time wisely. Don't be the person who streams like 7 days a week and they're like, I want to stream 8 days or 8 hours every single day, 7 days a week. And then it's like, you're streaming to no one because no one knows who you are, right? Instead, stream like 4 days a week for like 4 hours tops, and then spend the rest of the time like editing your clips, managing your social media platform, making sure you don't vent constantly on Twitter and make your Twitter look like a downer, you know? Like just do content. Do content. Also if you're gonna be a content creator, treat your content like brands, you know? Like don't use your Twitter to vent constantly and complain constantly and whine about not having viewers constantly. Like it's your front-facing brand, you know? If a new viewer were to come across your page and see you and be like, oh hey look, here's a clip from a previous stream, or like here's a funny moment that happened, or like a meme, or like a, I don't know, like a song cover, right? Like it's all advertising, you know? Don't whine about stuff on, like have a sub account, have like a separate account where you do all the whining, but like your public facing accounts should be brand professional, you know? Oh man. Get a diary. Yeah, don't vent on Twitter. I know someone who had a private Twitter account. Oh no, it was back when we had circles. Do you guys remember circles? People would like vent on circles and then have those screenshots be circulated around. It's like, why would you do that publicly? Why? You know? Man, good times, good times. Do it for fun instead of popularity. Yeah. I think doing it for fun, when people say like do something that you love, or do something that personally interests you, I don't think that is specific to popularity. I think the issue that that particular advice is addressing is longevity. Like, if you like doing a thing, you'll probably keep doing that, and it'll be easy for you to keep doing that for a long time. If you don't like it, it'll be very difficult for you to maintain that for a long extended period of time. But the thing is, that extended period of time is exactly what you need in order to grow. You can't stream for like 3 days a week, have one viewer, and then say, I give up, that's it, right? You're gonna be streaming for like months. You're gonna be streaming for years, to very few viewers, unless you get very lucky, you know? And that longevity, you need to have it. Like, you gotta really enjoy what you're doing, because that's gonna feed into the longevity. And the longer you go, the more you'll learn, and the better you learn, you'll understand more applicable like best practices that will get your content out there. So yeah, just start, not gonna lie. Yes, just start. Don't debut, just start. Please stop debuting. Please stop debuting. Please stop spending money on assets that are dated. Like, hey, come check out this debut on, I don't know, like June 1st, 2005. You know, you can't reuse that asset again now because it's 2026, right? Stop spending money on that, right? Like, get a really, like, if you really want to, get that. But you have to realize the core of content creation is content creation. It's not asset collecting. It's not emote collecting. It's not hand making all of your assets. It's called content creation because it's content creation. You got to create content. Streaming it to the homies is a good way to start. Yeah, Discord screen share. Like, if you're just hanging out on the weekend and you're just playing some games, right? Just screen share and then just play, like, commentate on that. Easy peasy. Boom. You know? Asset collecting, I was guilty of that, because I started out, I'm like, I'm gonna do everything on my own, and then like a month went by and I'm like, I can't do everything on my own. And then I went to go look at art and I'm like, this is all so expensive, I can't afford this, and everything, you know, like, I kept delaying because I told myself it had to be right, it had to be perfect. And then after some point, I'm just realizing, like, I'm comparing myself to like big streamers who have thousands of dollars to spend. I'm not that. Why am I copying that? Why am I chasing that? You know, it's like trying to take out a loan to buy a fancy car to impress someone who's richer than me that doesn't even know I exist, right? And then I just like, nah, I'm just gonna start. I'm just gonna YOLO it. And then I picked my favorite game, Half-Life 2, and then I just played that for a while. And then Cover Corporation found me. So like, just start and just doing your thing, you know? The LARPing hustler culture, yeah. I don't know if I even relate to streamers with money. Would I have anything in common with them? I mean, realistically, they're just people. But it depends on where you put the emphasis, you know? Like, if you're only worried about how much money they have, or if you're only worried about how many viewers they have, it's gonna taint your ability to interact with people. You know, like, I'm sure everyone's seen this. Back in 2020, 2021, when like VTubing was like the hip new craze, I mean, like, it still kind of is, but like, it's died down a little bit. But like back then, at the height of everything, right? There was this whole thing about like people only viewing each other in terms of viewership numbers, right? Like, oh, you only have 50 viewers, well, I have 70 and you're not worth collabing with. Like, that kind of personality, right? It taints the way you view other humans. And that will come across, like, it will reveal its ugly face at some point, you know? Yeah. Man, all the drama, all the twitloggers, all the Google Docs that came from all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Anyways, have they tried picturing 50 people? They should go to a school, like a high school. Like, classroom size is like 45 now. Don't care about the numbers, really. That's really it. I'm gonna, like, in all honesty, it's hard for content creators to, okay, I can understand why content creators focus on numbers, because it is the most blatant quantitative unit of measurement. You can look at it and it says a number. Like, I have my view count hidden right now because I don't see it. And if you say it, I'm gonna block you in chat, so don't say it. But like, it's there, it's a number, it's bright red on Twitch. On YouTube, I think it's white. But like, it'll show up there, and it's like a thing that is very obvious and it stands out. It's a number, and then a lot of people apply their worth to that number. But what does that number mean? You know, that number is just the people who are watching you, okay? Can you control people to watch you? Like, can you go and like physically wrangle someone to sit down and force them to watch your stream? You could, but that number is gonna be, it's gonna be like 1 or 2, right? Before you get arrested. So it's not sustainable in the long run, right? So when people say like, don't worry about the number, it's because you can't control that. You can't like Kamehameha wave, just like Super Saiyan charge up your energy and then get like 1 million viewers. You can't like willpower your way into viewership, you know? You don't have control over it. So don't worry about it, you know? Do the best content you can, get your content out as to many, as like in front of as many people as you can, and then that's how you would grow. Man, I wish, like, if I could just like Super Saiyan, like Kamehameha, or like Kaioken, you know, just like, and like not let HOLOSTARS be downsized, we all would have, you know? But it's like, if it's out of your control, don't worry too much about it, you know? But yeah, you got like, this is why, like, honestly, like, if you want to start streaming, keep it as a hobby. Don't make it a job. Keep it as a hobby. Keep it as a hobby. Do it because it's fun for you, and then find other people who also find the things you do fun, and then just enjoy. Just have a good time with it. Don't put stress on yourself. Don't put pressure on yourself. Like, I know there's a lot of stuff that's going on with like partner pushing is a big thing. Like trying to force yourself to subathons. I'll let you know real quick. Content creation doesn't have a rule book. There isn't a guide. There isn't like a, you need to do this as a streamer. You need to do this as a content creator, you know? Just do what makes you happy and find the people that also vibe with that, you know? If you don't want to do like a 70-hour long subathon, or like, I don't know, what was crazy subathon? Like 140-day long subathon. If you don't want to do that, don't do it. Like, you're just seeing it because it went viral for a little bit and it popped off and people are like, whoa, look at the spectacle, you know? Like, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. You just gotta find your own way to do it, you know? The only way at this point is throw money at Shinri like Renaissance patron of the arts. Oh, man. I remember when people complain streamers take breaks on a subathon, especially a no limit one. Yeah. There's no rule book. Just do what you want. I mean, like, here's the thing, like, there was never a time when Twitch came out and was like, all streamers need to do a subathon, right? Subathons came from the culture of streamers, where because these were called subs, someone out there, I don't know who it was, who did the very first subathon, had the idea of like, hey, let's challenge myself. I want to do a series of really big, difficult challenges or silly things on stream. We'll call it a subathon, like a marathon, but for subs, and then we'll just do it. And then it became a culture. It became a thing that people do because it's like, hey, you know, that helped streamers. It worked out for them, right? So like, there is a rule book. It's just people copying what other people do. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And if you don't want to do it, then you'll have to do it, you know? 140 days. I'm pretty sure there's a longer subathon, but no, they take breaks. They just, like, I think it was a Flesh Tuber who did it. They like left their webcam on and they would just sleep and then just stay live the whole time, you know? But yeah, anyways, what were we talking about? Only reason why I want to win the lotto. If I won the lottery, if I won the lottery, do you know? I would, if I won the lottery, I would make a separate account and I would go hit up a whole bunch of artists and have them make fan art of the boys, but like secretly, like sneakily, like scabs, but like private scabs, so that no one knows. But I want the fan art and to put them in very specific compromising positions. It's like one of those things where like I have the vision, but I don't have the artistic talent. And I want to put them in compromising positions, you know? And like, it's hard for me to like, I can't just go to the artist and be like, hey artist, can you draw Flayon in this? Right? Like I can't do that, right? So I have to do it sneakily, you know? I have to do it sneaky. And those commissions, you think it's lewd, but it's not lewd. It's it's not lewd, okay? I know it's gonna come across as lewd, but it's not. Let me see if I can find like an art piece that I'm looking for. I hate Twitter search. Oh my god, I hate Twitter search so much. I mean, someone did draw you in the style of Birth of Venus by Botticelli. If anything, future art historians will see you as an idol for real. I did. I saw that pop up on my timeline again, so I retweeted it because it looked amazing. But yes, thank you for the super. Okay, there was this one piece that I saw with like a box and like a character in a maid costume with their legs out of the box. Like they fell into the box and they were trying to get up out of the box. But they were all flustered and frustrated. Not like embarrassed flustered, but like angry flustered, you know? And they had like this like angry expression on their face. And I'm like, Flayon would look good doing that, you know? Like, yeah. You know, like, most of it was because I really enjoyed the way this artist drew their expressions, because it wasn't like the, oh no, lovey, like, oh, I'm so soft and delicate. Oh, that kind of, like, it's not that kind of face. Like they had like an aggressive facial expression that was really expressive and I really loved it. And I was like, ooh, yeah. And I was like, can I get that in red? When I'm done with my assignments, I need to start drawing HOLOSTARS fan art. I've been here for a month. I really love it here. Ah, let's go. We'd love to see it. Be sure to use our hashtags on Twitter and on Blue Sky. Yeah. Mickey, thanks for stopping by. Get some good eats and good sleeps. Yeah. I will see if I can find it. The thing is, like, I see all these really cool fan arts, and then in my mind, I think like, wow, but I'll never bookmark it, you know? And I won't really like think about it until later when it's like, that would have been a great reference for this exact thing I'm talking about. And then I can just never find it again. Also, with the Twitter auto-translate feature, I read all the comments in English because it auto-translates all the comments into English for me. So I don't know what text I'm supposed to use to search for it, because the text that I'm using is translated. And when you search, Twitter search is dumb, so it only searches for that specific phrase, not the original language it was translated from. So, you know, speaking of art, do you have any takes on art history? Any favorite pieces of art that you'd like to see the HOLOSTARS in? I'm not that arty. I've got to be real. I'm not that art. Like, I'm not an art connoisseur. That's the word. Yeah, connoisseur. I don't know that much about art. I just know it's pretty. That's what bookmarks are for. But then what if one day something changes and bookmarks become public? You know, like, what happens then? Like, likes were public one day, and then they stopped being public after a while. Embrace it. Wait, can I show you guys my bookmarks? Let's go check. Can I share with you my bookmarks? Okay, where's my bookmarks history? Okay. Oh, I can't share this. No, there's no way I can share that. Absolutely cannot share that one. Nope, not that one either. I surprisingly don't use that many bookmarks. I've already scrolled past all the ones I've gotten saved. Here's a bookmark. Okay, I can share this one. I can share this one. Look at that. I bookmarked this one after I finished Resident Evil. Yeah, I had to finish Resident Evil 9 before I would let myself go look at all the artwork. But I saw this and I'm like, yeah, I understand now. Let's see. My favorite character from Reverse 1999, Tuesday. There's like really pretty fan art of Tuesday from Reverse 1999. Ooh, can't share that one. Oh, I can share this one. This one. Here's another bookmark of mine. Yeah, Reverse 1999. I play it periodically, just idly through the day. It doesn't take too long. I can like do all my dailies really fast and then it's done. So it makes it really easy. Yeah. This one is a bit more risque, I guess. But like, here's another one that I can probably share. It's not explicit, so it'll be fine, you know? What other bookmarks do I have? I have Jasmine from Urban Myth Dissolution Center. A lot of these are just fan arts of games that I play. I'm realizing as I scroll through, it's just fan art of video games that I play. Yeah, it's basically just that. Oh, here's another one with Jasmine, but drinking beer. Okay, what other fan arts can I share? Wow, this was really... This period that I'm scrolling through was really in the Urban Myth Dissolution Center phase, because I have a lot of Urban Myth Dissolution Center fan art that I've recorded. Here's Eep fan art. Yeah. Eep fan art. These are like, this is the kind of stuff that I bookmark. I don't know. I mean, like, of the stuff I can share. So I'm not sure if I can share the other stuff though. And then you'll be like, what other stuff? And then I'll be like, well, you see, these animals. Like this one. This one kind of went, this one was viral. It's got like half a billion likes or 500,000 likes. So I think people have seen that one. Yeah. Okay, let's keep scrolling. There's a lot of Daisy fan art. Daisy is best princess. Oh, like random mythological gods. Oh, I love Valhalla stuff. It's like Valhalla vibes. Yeah. because like the cyberpunk, like dystopian future, kind of the dark neon light, the dark city with the neon lights. Oh my god, wait, I scrolled back far enough that I'm in now arcane territory. So this is Javik stuff. This one is super pretty, but they're like literally having sex, so I can't share this one with you guys, sorry. I say literally having sex, but it was whatever the hell happened at the end of Arcane when they turned into that glowing light. It's that scene, okay? But it's like a fan art of that scene, right? But in my brain, they're going at it, you know? Elaborate? Okay, at the end of Arcane, Javik becomes canon. That's all I can say. You know, like they do something and then they become canon and then they glow and then they disappear together. And like that's what happens. So it's like I don't know how to describe that other than Javik becomes canon. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, here's another one. This one is this one I saw like 2 years ago. I thought it was really cool the way that they separated it out. The preview versus the expanded when you like click on it. Oh my god. Yeah. Can't share that. Can't share this. Oh, I can tell when I was like into ZZZ because there's a whole bunch of ZZZ fan art. Okay, here's another one. Look at this. Wait, make sure I got the right one. Copy. This one. Look at that. Signalis? Oh my god, we went so far. I'm into my Signalis fan art era. Yo. Okay, I'm gonna share some of the Signalis fan art because it's a vibe, it's a mood. This one. Oh, here's a random one. You guys know how I love like demolished and desolate cities, right? Here's one. Like, check this out. That one looks cool. It's underwater. It's all submerged. Ooh. This particular fan art, I was really happy with for a while, and then reality kicked in. Yeah. Do you guys want Yuri? Here's Yuri. It's Signalis Yuri, but it's tasteful. I love the lighting. Look at the lighting on that one. Isn't that, oh my god. That last one, hell yeah. So like these are the types of bookmarks I have. I have a few more, but I can't share all of them. Wait, I have my alt account. Hang on. Okay, here's one. And this is just me personally, but I personally prefer Aizen pre like psychotic break mode where he went all evil and he still has his glasses. I still personally prefer Aizen with glasses. That's just my own taste. Yeah. Look at that. Can't share that. Can't share that. Oh, definitely can't share that one. Ooh, wrinkles. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how we got to just me sharing my Twitter bookmarks, but like this is the kind of stuff that I have, you know? Oh, this one is a good vibe. I like this one. Ooh, ropes being tied up. No, can't share that one. Can't share that one. There's a lot I can't share. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, we're going back to 2023 now. Whoa, we're going really far back. Oh my god. Super far back. Okay. Can't share that. Can't share that. Can't share those. Can't share all of these, actually. Oh, here's one. Here's a really cool artist that was popping off for a little while. I haven't seen any of their stuff recently, but they do really cool art. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, this person. This person does food art. Look at that. Oh my god. Do you see that? Oh my god. Like, oh wait, I'm feeling kind of hungry. Oh, it's like 1 p.m. No wonder. Yeah, but look at that. Look at that food art. Isn't that? Oh, it's so delicious. This one. Do you guys remember this one? This one went viral. This poor artist was drawing like physical media and then accidentally spilled the ink on her piece. Like, oh my god. I remember this one popping off and going viral crazy. And everyone's like, oh no, my condolences. I'm so sorry. Like, oof. Oh my god. And then, let's see. What other stuff do I have? Random landscape stuff. I have this one saved. I've never seen Bocchi the Rock. But whoever this character is, their like vibe is really relatable, so I have that one saved. I was gonna share this one, then I realized he's like pressed up against the wall and it's implying things that I probably shouldn't share that one. So maybe next time. Let's see. What era was this? I don't even know. I have just random stuff all over the place now. It's just miscellaneous anime at this point. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just scrolling down my Twitter now, just like looking at random stuff. Can we go back to 2022? What kind of bookmarks did I have from back then? Ooh, definitely cannot share that one. Ooh, should not share that one. Cannot share that one. It's like 60% stuff I can't share and like 30% miscellaneous stuff. Chick's date April 1st. I can hear the mouse scroll. Yeah, I'm trying to get away from the stuff that I can't share on screen or on stream. Like I can't like link it, you know. Don't ask too many questions. Shh, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, wait, hold up. Oh shoot, is this gonna play music? It's a video. I don't know. Fernanda Diaz. I think they're pretty popular. They make really cute animations. Of their OC, those two characters. Yeah. We are now entering the Genshin Impact timeline from all the bookmarks I have. No way. Do you guys want to see something that I have bookmarked? It's gonna be kind of sad. Oh my god. I have this one bookmarked specifically. Oh my god. I think that's enough scrolling back into the past. Big oofs. Big oofs. Probably should not go much further than that. Anyways, wait, likes are private. I can sort through my likes now, right? I can go through my likes. Ooh. I could go through my likes instead. Let's see. Actually, my likes are pretty tame. More miscellaneous Tuesday art, more Grace, more Resident Evil. Some indie games. Miku, Teto. Jesus, a lot of Teto. Teto. Lots of Teto. Oh my god. Do I just constantly like all the Teto stuff? Like, that's... I don't know what this one is from, but I know of the meme, which is why I saved it. It's a proper meal. It's called bread and water soup. And then this character has her store destroyed or something. She's like an employee, but she's underpaid. I forget what it's from, but I remember seeing it at. Yeah. And then more of that. More of that one. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. A lot of my like Sadako, the likes that I have for my Sadako art are like just like casual Sadako stuff because I don't like it when they draw Sadako with massive boobs. Like these are the types of Sadako fan art that I've saved. Like these two. Where it's more like either just chill slice of life stuff or like actually spooky because I want to stop with like the boobs. Stop with the boobs, you know? But like that's the kind of stuff I go for on Twitter. It's like, yeah. And then of course a lot of art fan art. More Teto. More Teto. That's a lot of Teto. Oh my god, so much Teto. It's just Teto all the way down. You guys can hear the scroll wheel going through, right? Oh, this one was cute. I saw this one. Someone took the Someone took the scary creepypasta image and turned it into an anime girl. Yeah, we need more of that. Turn everything scary into an anime girl. Let's go. Sailor Mercury, the best Sailor Scout. Here's Sailor Mercury. More Teto. More Teto. Backrooms Teto. Miscellaneous stuff. Some various video games. More Nadamitsu. Have another one. I'm just gonna keep sending you guys more Nadamitsu stuff. Don't mind it. There's like random amazing digital circus stuff. Mostly Ragatha. Yeah. Yeah. But I think it's like the merch stuff too, like the merch that recently came out that I think everyone has already seen before. A couple of Silent Hill ones, but I think I've already shared those. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, where were we? What were we doing? I don't know what we were doing. I am feeling a little hungry though. We're eating good tonight? What do you mean? Wait, are you guys eating my links? No, don't do that. These are for looking and not eating. Here, okay, here, this is a cute Teto. Here, I'll share this Teto. That's what we should have done. We should have got little newies of us crying like that. And then you guys could have stuck us into little balls and cubes and stuff. Man, if we had if we had more news in the future, if we ever got the chance again, I think like that's what I'll do. Have like a silly expression on it, so that it'll be like you can like it like a crying newie. I think would be great because crying is such a versatile expression. You can like bury it in the sand, dunk it in the ocean, put it into soup. Just stuff like that. Just alas. This is why we're counting on you guys. We're counting on the fans because it's gotta be fan merch. I'm not seeing a future when we get an official merch anymore. Yeah. Paper doll of knives from Trigun that people had burned or froze a few of you. Wait, what? They did what? No, I haven't seen that one. I saw someone like take the Pomni doll and like bury it and like toss it into the ocean or something, because Pomni has that constant crying, like terrified expression on them. So like I've seen them like abuse the plushie repeatedly over and over again. I saw like the whole the subreddit for like Amazing Digital Circus just like sharing various different types of memes of them abusing their Pomni doll. There's a K-pop Demon Hunters one. More Resident Evil, more Grace, more Leon, more I'm trying to find stuff that's like not the same stuff that I've been like sharing because I feel like it all kind of falls down into the same category of things. Oh, here's a good one. Here's a spooky one. Yeah. There's a couple of game posts that I don't know if I can share those because I'm trying to save and hold off on them so we can get perms. Perms, please. Here's a Resident Evil one. This is spoilers for the penultimate episode of Amazing Digital Circus, the previous one, the one that came out a little bit ago. Spoilers, but Kane looks hot in this one, so that's why I saved it. Yeah. Here's more Teto. I really like Teto's voice, so here's more Teto. Here's more Teto for you guys. Enjoy more Teto. Yeah. More Tuesday. Random miscellaneous stuff. It's all just more variations of this kind of stuff. This is March of this year. I have more likes than I have bookmarks. Oh, here's a good one. Here's a good Leon Kennedy. Oh, here's another one. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's like, it's basically just variations of the same vibe. And like, you can't even see his face in that last one, you know? But like the vibe, the aura is there, you know? Like, ooh, the aura. Ooh. Yeah. The memes as well. We gotta make sure we get the memes. Here's the memes. Why does he look so bad? Lots of grace, more Eve. There's a character named Loggerhead in Reverse 1999 that has a very sweet voice. Very cool looking. Actually, speaking of Reverse 1999, have you guys seen the new Igor skin? I talked about it before, and I don't know if everyone searched for Igor skin, but you guys should check out Igor skin. New skin for Igor, and oh my god, here, it's the first one. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Ooh, the Igor skin. Oh, it looks so good. Oh. Yeah. Oh, random koi. Here's a random koi fish. What period is this? More Teto period. More Tuesday. More random stuff. More Urban Myth Dissolution Center. Yeah, it's basically just repeats at this point. It's repeats interspersed with stuff that I can't share. And I'll leave it to your imagination to what the stuff I can't share is. Oh my god, that's a lot of Teto fan art. I mean, I guess Teto's like super popular, so Teto. Oh my god, the penguins of Madagascar. Have you seen the penguins? Have you guys seen penguins of Madagascar fan art? Oh my god. I'm normally not into penguins, but like, okay. Look at that. Oh my god. Right? Right? Oh no, they're hot. Oh no. That artist makes a whole bunch more. So do check out their media tab. They have so many. There's a lot. There's a lot there. Wait, they're hot. Why are they hot? Right? Have another Igor from Reverse 1999. There's another Igor. If you guys want to know like a really cool game, Reverse 1999 has great art. You don't have to play the game, but just look at the art, because the art itself is crazy good. Like, it is insane. Okay, here's just like a little series. Here's a little lineup of the characters. Just look at those outfits for all of them. Look at that. If you want to play a gacha game that doesn't overly sexualize its characters, Reverse 1999. Also, it has this really cool thing called the Storm, where like it'll rain, but the rain goes in reverse, and if you're caught in the storm, you get reversed and you get rewound through time, and you have to protect yourself by jumping into a suitcase that is resistant to the effects of the storm, so that you don't get reversed. It's really cool. It's really cool. Reverse 1999 is great. Also, they're pretty generous with the currency that they give you. You don't have to worry too much about like paying for it, because if you save up, you can get a lot. Like on membership stream, I think yesterday it pulled like 5 times after having saved up for like a month and a half. Like it's a pretty generous. Yeah. As a joke, I want to see if I could post like a lewd thing, but then I realized there's no way to like take it back, and it would show up on this. It would show up on like chat, so I can't like delete the message, you know. I can't like do like a teaser. Like I can't just like flash it on the screen for like a split second and hide it away. Like I can't do that, sadly. Here's like random like miscellaneous spooky stuff. Yeah, miscellaneous spooky thing. More urban myth solution center. Just people in suits generally. I don't know. What do you guys think about my likes and like bookmarks on Twitter? I don't think they're too crazy, are they? Like, it's not too bad. There's like a few spooky things, but overall it's not like, I mean, I can't share the really good stuff. But yeah, you guys will not be able to see the really good stuff. Those are mine. Say that for myself. I don't know where this is from, but this looks cute. This one was nice. I don't know. Like the way that I go for these fan arts or like this art in general is I'll look at it and I'm like, I like the vibe. I like the feeling it gives, you know? Like it doesn't necessarily have to be anime even. Like if I just like the vibe, like the lighting maybe, the way that like the characters are posed, or just like, just, you know, just the not the aura, what's the, there's a different word. It's not the vibe. There's a better word than the vibe, you know? Like there's an overall feeling to it that is like really good, you know? I don't know how to explain it. But like when you see it, you're like, yeah, the feeling that I'm getting from this piece of art is nice. The atmosphere, the mood. Yeah, something like that. Like this one, I can't read this. I can't read this, but I love the chibi on the side with the T. I love this one. Do I know what it's saying? Absolutely not. But I'm just like, ooh, I love the little chibi on the side. The vibes are really pretty. Hell yeah. Oh, this one. Watanabe Mao's cute mascot that won't make you uncomfortable. Like this one. Ooh, zoom into the back shot. Look at that. Look at the faces, the hands, the screaming. Oh my god, yes. Yeah, like that one is really nice. I like that one a lot. Ooh, don't you just want to get hugged by it? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think a lot of the stuff I can't share would paint a bit like a bigger picture, but like I don't know if I can share them. So like here, I love scribbles. I love scribble art. I love scribbles that look like they came from a children's drawing book. Like that. Look at the texture. Look at the texture on that. Like the hair, like the crayon scribbles. Oh my god, I love that. Yeah. 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 Oh, here's Pocket Mirror. We still haven't played Pocket Mirror. We should play Pocket Mirror. Yeah, at some point I think I'll play Pocket Mirror. I do. It'll be like a 2-stream thing. But I really like Pocket Mirror. It's a great game. You guys should play Pocket Mirror. They have a debut. Or a remake. Is it a debut? Is it a remake? I think it's a remake. Yeah. Yeah, it's a remake. Gold Dinner Trom or something like that. I forget what it's called. But Pocket Mirror has a remake. We should go play that one too. Yeah. You say you're not arty, but you have really good eye for them, which makes your instinct more scary. I love it. Wait. Thank you for the super obsessed. Thank you. My skills are not up to my own tastes though. Like that's the big thing. Like I can't like I can't get my skills up to that point. I really want to, but it would take so much work to get to that point, and I know I can't. You have better taste than normies? I don't think that's a high bar. Normies like Minions, okay? Normies like Minions. Minions are not a high bar to cross. Like, that's so, like, come on, you know? Oh, here, put Flayon on this. Put Flayon on this one. Yeah, it's not that high of a bar. It's not that high of a measure. It's like like there are normies out there who are like making the really shitty AI Ghibli copies of themselves, and they're like, aha, look, it's so no, it looks ugly, it looks disgusting, like it's you know, like you can tell it's bad, but they don't mind because they have no taste, you know. Anyways, I don't know what else I can share. Size difference? No, I probably couldn't. Look at the lighting on this one too. Here, look at this. Another one with really good lighting. It's Eve fan art, but look at the lighting. Wow. I want fish that glow like that. I want glowfish. I want fish that glow. Look at that. Isn't that really cool? Oh my god. I don't know how much more I could share. But you guys see what I mean when I say like texture, right? Like it's the reason why whenever I try to draw stuff, I keep talking about like the texture of it, like the feeling of clothes, like the way that, like there's just something about it, you know? Like I just, ooh, like there's something about texture that I love when I see it. It's like, yeah, texture. Like look at that Loggerhead fan art. Look at that. Oh, look at the jacket, look at the lighting on the back. Ooh, God, I love the texture. It's so good. And I don't know, like I remember seeing someone mention that like the reason why people like, if you want to get Danganronpa fan art done right, you have to overlay like a very transparent paper like texture over each of the characters to get the feeling and the vibe right. And it's because of texture. It's always texture. Like, ooh, texture is always good. Oh, it's always good to have texture. Also men with no heads, but mostly texture, you know? Ooh, texture is good. Yeah. Okay, while I'm doing this, what should I eat? Ooh, wait, like big areas that are like broken down and stuff. Like these ones are really cool. I love these. What should I get for lunch? Would you be an object head? I don't think so. As much as I like it, I feel like object head characters have been done so much, and it's... I feel like an object head character works if you are a character and you have a team of writers who are writing your dialogue. I don't feel like object head characters work as a live streamer. If you are just doing things on your own, I think you need to have a team of writers writing your character for you, you know? Matthew, thank you for the glizzy. Thank you. Like, I remember back in like the early days when people were like, oh, I wonder why there isn't like a tokusatsu, like Sentai VTuber or whatever. And then whenever they collab, they can do cool stuff. And it's like, there's a difference between a character that's written by artists versus, or written by authors versus a character that someone plays on a stream. Like, there's a difference between those two. You can't just be like, oh, well, you look like a character, so like, why don't you do this kind of like, maybe as a bit here and there, but like, that's not something you can do long term, you know? I've not seen someone pull it off successfully, long term, I mean. Like, it works better the more creative control you have over the writing itself, because it's easier to like pace things out, I guess, you know? Unless you really have a passion for it. Yeah, unless it comes to you like completely naturally, like you just are and you embody that character wholly. I can't share some movies because I can't let you guys know that I see your art. So I had to avoid certain specific ones. Yeah. Hey, if we don't judge you, you can't judge us. Here's another one. Look at the colors. Oh, this person makes really cool ruins. This is actually one of the references that I gave for my 3D debut. Like, look at that. Whoa. I love ancient ruins of human civilization that's broken down and become overrun with grass and stuff. Like, oh, it looks so cool, doesn't it? And I just ran into a Twitter error. Refresh. It's not working. It only shows me the stuff I already scrolled past. Wait, I can't scroll all the way back to the beginning of my likes now. What the hell? It just gives me a Twitter. What? Oh, come on. Why did they change it? What? Oh, man. Functional website, by the way. Yeah, there's a limit. I don't, or maybe just my browser tab is just not wanting to go any further than that. It's like running out. Let's see. Can I just like page down instead of scrolling if I just like skip? These are all the ones we've seen already. Ooh, I can feel it slowing down. Too much memory. Maybe it's just because I loaded way too many images in the browser tab and I just decided it didn't want to work anymore. Anyway. Where were we? This is a weird Zatsu. I don't know where we're going with it. Yeah, I keep getting the something went wrong, try reloading error. Whenever I scroll down to the bottom of the last ones I can see. Man, what the hell? Juju, thank you for the gifted memberships. Can I get some hearts in chat for the gifted member? Thank you, thank you. If you receive one, please enjoy the channel badge and the emotes. Yeah. Yeah. Liked and reposted most of these. You have really good taste, Shinri. Do I? I don't, the thing is, I don't consciously look out for it. I just see it and I'm like, ooh. Like, something clicks. Something clicks in my brain. It's like, that's nice. I like that. But yeah. Anyways. Yeah, it's still giving me the error. It doesn't want to... Darn it. I know for a fact that there's more. Like, I remember this one character artist who would draw a character in like really flowy outfits, and they had a fan made out of water. And like you could see like the water refracting through the water droplets in the fan. Do you guys remember that piece? I know that went viral, and I'm pretty sure I bookmarked that one too, and I liked it, but oh man. It only lets me go back as far as 2025. And error. It keeps giving me the error. No. I think you shared the artist. Yeah, it's so good. Oh my god. Can you guys tell what type I have? Like, I asked this not because I know, but because I want to know if you guys can tell, so that you can tell me what type I have. Because I don't know my own type right now. I'm just going off of vibes. So you guys tell me what type you think I have. I want you guys to psychoanalyze me. and like be my therapist, you know. Oh, this one from Etrian Odyssey. Look at that. Look at the armor. The lighting on the armor. Oh my god. I kind of want to play Etrian Odyssey again now. Man. You like capable men and scary women, well dressed and slightly off-putting in the spookiest way. Hot old man Yowie. I'm afraid you're online and it's terminal. No. It's fine. If I die, you guys can just soma my consciousness into my digital form, and then we'll just we'll pick it up and keep going as if nothing happened. Someone that matches your freak. I don't think that person exists. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think they exist. I don't know. The reason why I say I don't think they exist is because there are so many performative freaks nowadays, and it's hard to separate out the real freaks from the performative freaks, because, you know, like, attention economy. Everyone's like, oh, we're gonna do things and get attention for people, blah blah blah, right? I want to say outrageous things, right? But then, like, you know, when you pull out the eel, they're like, why do you have a live eel? And I'm like, I thought you were into this kind of stuff, you know? They're like, oh, put that away. How'd you even get that in here? We don't even have like a fish tank or anything, you know? Like, performative freaks, man. We need like real freaks. Where the real freaks at, you know? I showed your friends your eyeless Jack freak, and they asked me if you will play AI the Somnium Files. Wait, I thought the AI Somnium Files was like a comedy like thing. Are there like freaky moments in there? Are there? Here, have some more Urban Myth Disillusion Center. But they're cats. Yeah. Where are the real freaks? Where are the real freaks? I can't find them. Anyways, I'm gonna go and grab some food, but I don't know what food I want. Let's see. Should I get, like, I have some leftover forever soup, but I'm not really sure if I want forever soup at the moment. I've had it for like 3-4 days now, and I don't know. It's too much of the same texture. It's too much of the same flavor. I want something different. Beef jerky, ramen. Ooh, wait. Well, if I make beef jerky right now, it would take like 8 hours to make it. I kind of do want to make some more though. It's been a while. Omurice. I could try making omurice. I don't think I have the skill to make the really like soft milky eggs that you can like cut and then it splits open. I've never practiced. Chicken. I don't have any chicken. Oh wait, I don't have any protein left over. I used up all my protein in the forever chicken or the forever chili. I gotta go shopping. But I'm too lazy today. Also, it's a weekend, so it's gonna be kind of busy. Everyone doing their own shopping. Yeah. I don't know, I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll just eat like eggs and rice and then just call it a day and then go do grocery shopping later. I'm sure you can still hear me like scrolling in the background. Because I was trying to see if there's anything new that I've like maybe that I missed or like skipped over that I think is cool to share. Like, don't know. It's mostly just all that. This person does not say for work, so be careful. But this is my favorite demon. It's Justice from Helltaker. Yeah. Be careful of their profile though, they do loot stuff. Gasp. We are pure and say so here on the HOLOSTARS channel. Yeah, I don't know. I already shared these, I already shared those. Okay, here. There's another Eve fan art. Look at that. I won't tell you what I like about it. See if you can guess. Based off the pattern. Based off all the other stuff that I said. Oh, the artists are so cool. I saw someone make an earlier comment. Now do this with your AO3 backgrounds or your AO3 bookmarks. You wish. No. No, never. Not the AO3 stuff. That will never happen. The lighting. Yeah, the texture. Oh, just feels so good. Yeah. Yeah, you guys get it. I wonder where I would be in terms of art if I had not stopped back in high school. Like if I just kept going. I wonder where I would have ended up. But then Mama Suiji and Papa Suiji were like, don't do art. Art's not a real job. You gotta go get a real, like a proper job. Art won't pay for college. Fun fact, they didn't either. Nothing did. I took out loans for that. What's stopping you now? I have more focus on voice acting and recording things than I do have time for art. And I would rather put my efforts and energy towards that as opposed to like trying to start art from scratch. You can do anything. You just can't do everything. So you have to pick and choose the stuff that you want to commit to. Because that's the big distinction. As you get older, you realize time travels in a different way. So you gotta keep in mind, you can do anything you want, but you can't do everything you want. Yeah. 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 Okay, here's one more. Here's one more. It's Resident Evil fan art. Take a look at it. It's really cute. And I think I'm gonna go and call it here for today, Chad. Yeah. Yeah. Is anyone else streaming right now? Let me go ahead and set you guys off on a raid over to whoever is streaming. Schedule-wise, I don't know. I'm gonna be taking tomorrow off and then Wednesday off this coming week as well. But we're gonna get a little bit busy because there's a lot of stuff happening next week and the week afterwards. Well, excuse me. So schedule will be here and there. What? Excuse me. Why do I have the hiccups? What the heck? B-Link. Thank you for the super. Thank you. All right, let's take a look. Who is currently streaming? I see none of the boys are streaming. I see that some of the senpais have a waiting room up for a big collab. So I'm gonna send you guys over to their waiting room. It looks like they're gonna do a big Mario Kart 8 DX collab with the boys. Oh, yeah. Should we remember? Be adequate. So let me go ahead and send you guys over to their waiting room. I'm gonna send you guys over to Rio Senpai's waiting room. So have a fun time over there. They're streaming in about 5 hours from now. So if you guys have to go off to sleep, no worries. Get some good eats and good sleeps. And for those of you who are enjoying the rest of the day, please have a good one. Make sure you get plenty of water, stretch, relax, wiggle your legs, and so on. Yeah. It's the last big Mario Kart collab. Yeah. Man. It's one of those things where like you always think you have more time. You know? But alas. Anyways. I will try to go ahead and get some perms for Grounded so that we can finish the story mode for Grounded 2. I think the best approach for that one will be to simply block out a whole week for it and then just grind through the entire thing as fast as we can. So prepare yourselves for something like that here and there as June is going to get really busy. And then for July, we will be doing a few koi panion focused stuff. So we'll be doing some hand cams, making some kois. We'll be doing the profile picture commissions sometime then too. And if you guys have not seen already, for tier 3, I will be opening up custom voice pack commissions. So if you would like to, as long as you are subscribed as tier 3 level for kois, you'll be able to send me a form or send me a script in the form that's been posted to the community tab. The rules are there, no not safe for work, no like controversial stuff. Make sure it's all owned by you and not AI generated, and I will record you a little voice bag each month. Yeah. All right, that's all for me today. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Bye, fishy. Bye, fishy fish. I'm just chilling until the music ends because I really like this outro song. Oh wait, it's already oh my god, it's already ending. Okay, bye everyone, bye.